Yo, what's going on, guys? It's me. Yeah, it's me. Sorry, just to make sure my bed was a little bit more made. What's going on, guys? It's me, the Ninja Viewer here, and yes, this is, of course, the end of the year video, as I promised. So, yeah, alrighty, so... Alright, so this is going to be the last video that I make of 2019. Just pretty much not really a scripted one or anything like that, but yeah, it's just pretty much to, it's pretty much just to thank every single one of you guys for supporting me through not only for the entire year, because also this is dedicated to an actual decade as well, because, you know, I mean, well, even though it was 2011 I started, but still, ever since 2011, well, still close enough, still the beginning of the 2010s decade, it still really was a big honor to, ever since 2011, so about a good, 8 years, just about? Yeah, just about a good, about a good 8 years, yeah, just about. So, excuse me, a good long 8 years, and just want to say, just thank you guys for all the love and support that you've given me. Even though, like I said, I started off, it wasn't like top tier quality or stuff like that, but I guess for those who discovered my channel back then, you know, thank you if you're still supporting me. If you are, that is. If you aren't, then that's fine too. But it's just amazing, like, how far we've come. Like, I remember, like, you know, starting out, like, some of the gameplay videos and stuff like that, I would just use my camcorder, and I was just like, okay, is this really how I'm doing things? Because keep in mind, I didn't really have an actual recording software until like the end of like 2011, where someone introduced me to Camtasia, and I'm just like, alright, this is a pretty simple video editing process. So I picked it up, I did that, and I got that for the computer, and the rest is history. I was able to do it. Even though I didn't really use like HD videos for not everything early, there were even like parts of like the second, third year, whatever, I didn't really like basically, I didn't really have anything that had like HD quality and whatnot. Like, I only just used, I think, just like 480, you know, at the time, because I didn't really know any better, to be honest. You know, I wasn't really like too familiar, you know, with HD. Well, I mean, I kind of was. Yeah, I kind of was. I knew what HD was, but I didn't know like how to change the settings of quality until I finally figured it out. Play a little bit more with the video software. I'm like, okay, so that's how you do it. But yeah, for those, once again, who stuck around by that time, thank you. But that's pretty much how I started. Then it was around closer to like the beginning of 2012, and at the end of 2011, at the end of 2011 is, you know, that's when I first started anyways, was when I started to actually use that program to do video game stuff at first, and then switch it to anime. Like, there were either anime topics, anime news. I was going to do reactions to the chapters, but I think I would just do like reviews for the chapters. No, correction, I didn't. I didn't start the whole live reaction and then like the review portions. I didn't start those until like maybe, I'm gonna say around maybe 2013. Yeah, probably because of like Toriko and stuff. And I think I did start to do actual reviews for like movies and anime and stuff. I did like reviews for video games and anime. It was around like 2012 is when I started to like boost up, you know, I wouldn't want to say popularity, but boost up like my status on what I do. And I started to do game reviews, then I switched to anime reviews. Then I would say like what I think of certain animes, and then the unboxings, of course, which actually were a thing even around 20, I think, not even just 2010, I think it was like 2009, I think even. I believe it was when I first started as well. Or like around that time here, 2009, 2010, some shit like that. But anyways, yeah, so, you know, I did that as well. I also, you know, like I said, I even reviewed like the DVDs and the Blu-rays on certain things on anime that I was getting into by that time and whatnot. So that's, you know, the history and how it actually started. Ever since then, because I didn't really have any type of video recording, like, good processor or anything like that. So the videos that I would really record weren't like the greatest and stuff like that. Like, I just want some dude like with a camcorder and whatnot. Like, I didn't really have all the best quality. It was until then they introduced me to it, and I think that's when I started to get like an actual HD camera I had like back in the day, and I started to do some like funny stuff. Like, I remember doing like my very first Halloween video, like my video game Halloween video. I didn't even use like the software to record the actual gameplay. what I did was I just used a camcorder, you know, the whole bootleg style. But it was good though. Like the quality of the camera was actually pretty good. I was even impressed. Like when I did it, like I actually used it and I recorded the footage to get like gameplay and whatnot. And I was like, you know, from like whatever games I had, like I don't know, like that, like you know, just like on my computer, like or anything even, like even on like on my TV and whatnot. It was still fine. So yeah, you know, there was stuff like that. I think it was only for like one video I did that. Then like the rest, yeah, then the rest of it was just mainly me actually using Camtasia and then whatever I used to record, you know, like fraps and stuff or like my other stuff. And that's when I transfer it to there and whatnot. So that's pretty much how I started. And ever since then, I had some really old series as well because it ain't just about the year. You know, I'm talking about like going on from like decades ago. Like I was like some advanced, it's phenomenal. Like even before YouTube was a thing. But no, like I'm talking about like close to the beginning of this. Yeah, pretty much the whole beginning of this decade. So it's not just gonna be me talking about stuff for this year. I'm also just going back and then going into this year, one of my thoughts of 2019, and etc. etc. But that's gonna be like to the very end, and probably not too long. So, yeah, so that's basically where I first started. Then I started to do Let's Plays around 2013. That was my very first Let's Play. And, you know, it's just, it's crazy, like, how I evolved. Like, you know, I went from just, I did rants, too. I remember I did rants and comparisons. Like, my famous one, I would say, like, the most one that some or most people, like, know from, like, the beginning when I started YouTube was the Dragon Ball Z Kai edits that were on Toonzai. Yeah, the Dragon Ball Z Kai edits that were on Toonzai. My MLP video when I finally got into the Brony fandom, because I was slowly getting into MLP around 2011. I didn't really become like a true Brony, like a true fan like of a Brony until 2012 around there. Yeah, 2012. That's, you know, when I got all the memes, all the, you know, all the cool fandom stuff and whatnot. And then, like, the rest is history. I got the fandom stuff. I met some pretty awesome people along the way. So, you know, the rest is history. And I guess if it wasn't for the show, even for my wife, because she was the one that got me into it, like, sometime, well, she told me bits and pieces of episodes of 2011. It wasn't until, like, 2012, after the season, like, 2 finale, because, you know, I'm a sucker for when it comes to, like, certain, like, Disney musical, like, villain, especially when it comes to the villains. And, like, with Chrysalis and stuff, I was like, okay, you know what? This is pretty freaking cool. I actually want to watch more of this. And then, you know, the rest is history from there. So that was, like, one of my special videos. And then, you know, like I said, I did rants. Of course, I did that as well. I already mentioned unboxings. Then my other Let's Plays continued, like, around, like, 2014-ish. When I started getting more games on Steam, like when I was finally able to use Steam, thanks to me getting like an actual pretty good desktop that was able to handle like really old games, so I was able to get stuff on Steam like Sonic Adventure, like 1 and 2. I didn't really Let's Play Sonic Adventure 2, and I do apologize for that. I really wish I could have Let's Play that. I mean, eventually, but I'm like really, really bored, I guess. When I'm like bored out of my skull. Hopefully when I don't like retire from YouTube or something before I do it. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe. A huge maybe. I might go back into doing Sonic Adventure 2. I haven't truly forgotten about Sonic Adventure 2, so relax. I will get to Sonic Adventure 2 when I can. You know, I can't really look at it the same way again due to the, you know, that whole famous Snapcube fan dub, especially with Eggman. God damn. If you have not seen that gem of a meme of, like, classic, you really need to watch it. Like, it is freaking, it is so goddamn hilarious, dude. Like, you, holy shit. Like, it's insane. Like, that's where some of those memes actually come from, was from that fan dub. I mean, yeah, the hero stuff is pretty damn funny, too. That's actually pretty good, too. Like, pretty great. But it was the dark story, especially with the guy who does Eggman, man. Oh, God. Fucking dude is hilarious as hell. But yeah, anyways. Maybe one day I'll get the Sonic Adventure 2, maybe. But my goal is eventually one day to get a really, really awesome PC. Like, eventually one day. Out of pure, some kind of luck. I don't know. I'll try saving up, but, again, saving up is a bitch, you know, with bills and whatnot. It's not really the easiest. Like, there are times where, like, unless maybe I get a better promoted job or whatever, where it's not so bad, where I can balance up and then finally save. Or, there's a big or if my wife does the same thing where I don't have to worry too much about stuff, then that'll be fine too. Then I don't have to worry too much, and then I can do that. But eventually we will see. I mean, if I ever were to get a game capture card, that'd be pretty dope, because I would love to record gameplay stuff on the Switch. I wish it had like a streaming function like it does like with PlayStation, though. That would be really cool. Because I have like a really, really amazing collection of Switch games. Let me tell you, I love the Nintendo Switch. Ever since I got in 2017, it's been definitely my favorite console of the decade. Definitely. I mean, yeah, it's PlayStation and PlayStation 3. I can't deny that too. Because I never had a PlayStation 3 when it first came out. I didn't get mine until like at least 2011, I would say. Yeah, I didn't get one until like 2011. Because, yeah, like it was really hard. Because, yeah, Xbox is cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Xbox, I'm not saying it's a bad console. It's pretty good, but I wasn't really a big Xbox guy. Like, I was more into Sony, I was more into Nintendo, and then, of course, now my other new love is Steam and PC and whatnot. This is, like, again, like, something huge. Like, I've always dreamed of something, like, even on a computer to do something. Like, I wish I had a computer or a desktop that was, like a shape of a GameCube. That would be really cool, because I love the GameCube. It was, like, one of those, like, underrated consoles, because it had, like, so many amazing underrated games as well in Hidden Gem Classics, but of course, I mean, yeah, granted, it lasted a pretty good while. Not too long, but, I mean, longer than a Dreamcast, at least, but still. But yeah, I wish, though. I mean, I can even do, like, if I had the power to, man, I would do so much streams, it's not even funny. Like, I would really do streams, like, not even just YouTube. I'll go further beyond and go Twitch, but or that other side, which is DLive, because DLive you can do stuff like stream episodes of like anime and whatever, like with your friends and stuff like that. That's a really cool one too. Like, that's actually a pretty good one. Hell, maybe eventually, well, it's not playing a game or anything. I mean, if I have the right like OBS setup, hell, I could do that. That'd be pretty cool. But again, maybe I'll start the decade off. Maybe this next decade will start me off with something better. But again, we'll see as time goes on. We'll see what the decade brings me, well, for 2020s and whatnot. So yeah, so that was basically a little history lesson. And then of course, I had some like collabs, like, with others at first. Or not collabs, but we had this like whole thing, but it was like a long time ago, where I had something planned like with a couple friends and stuff like that, but unfortunately it didn't really work out. Some of them kind of dropped out of the thing and whatnot. So unfortunately, shit like that happens, but it is what it is at the end of the day. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much. And now where I am, well, now the new drills and what I do now. Because eventually, again, hopefully, if I can somehow get a pretty awesome kick-ass desktop, that would be pretty good to play. I could get like a shit ton of Steam games like right now, like on sale. It'd be good. I could stream, not just stream it, but play them, of course. But, hey, it's nice to share with you. It doesn't have to be streams. It could be Let's Plays, but mainly streams I would like to do, too. And just have them somewhere up on YouTube. Even if it's like VODs from like a Twitch stream or something, that'd be dope. But anyways, if I get enough love and support, maybe also more subscribers. Remember, spread the word of my channel, and maybe we'll see what happens. Like, if you spread the word of my channel, maybe other good things. I can't promise you everything, but hopefully in this next decade with the 2020s, we'll see, and especially we'll see how YouTube as a whole like goes from here. Because, there've been some growing pains when it comes to YouTube. It hasn't been easy this decade, especially from the beginning of this decade. We had the whole SOPA, PEPA, SUREPA, whatever the fuck you want to call them, like those stupid ass like placements trying to get into law, but all those kind of failed because they were just people who didn't know how the internet works and copyright works and whatnot. Now we do have a new thing when it comes to the COPA or whatever, which is they actually clarified it that it's not really like bad or anything. Like, they clarified it, they gave us a shit ton of more information finally. As long as we're saying that our videos are like not for kids, and we're proving the fact that it's not, and we're basically making sure that we're on track and making sure whatever, then we're kind of cool. So, like, they even explain that, if you're just like showing stuff like a figure or a game or blah blah blah, unboxing, then that's definitely not like a kid's video. It's fine. It's basically just you showing stuff. That's nothing that's like suitable, that's like targeted down towards their level. Like, it's not something that's like too complex for kids to just completely understand. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it has to be like more 13 and up and whatnot, and that's basically what it is. So yeah, so even if I'm just like playing a game, watching an anime like we're doing now with the live reaction / reviews on me watching, the anime or reading like manga, but basically One Piece. Even though I'm gonna read the One Hero, My Hero Academia manga, catching up to it. Keep in mind though, I am not going to be actually doing live reactions / reviews, because don't get me wrong, the My Hero manga is pretty cool, but I don't think, because there are some times where it can be pretty damn good, but then there'll be some times where it's just like kind of like whatever in a way. But with the anime, it's completely different. The anime, they do it like, like with really great animation. Even if it's just like stuff that's not really big deal of importance, at least the pacing is quick. It's not filled with slow down filler, like slow like molasses, Yeah, sure, I knock One Piece for some of those things all the time, but it's been getting better now with One Piece, especially. Speaking of this decade for One Piece, but I'll get to that in a little bit too. But yeah, so keep in mind though, I'm not gonna be doing any. I mean, unless you guys really want me to, then maybe. But that might be a bit too much for my schedule to do though, because My Hero comes out a little more, especially now because of what happened to like sites like like Box and whatnot. So again, yeah. So I'm not 100% sure that's gonna really go. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just gonna stick it just to One Piece, because that's pretty much what I know best right now at the moment. My Hero, I will read the manga, but I probably won't do live reactions, because I'm not even I still have 30 something chapters behind to go. So it is what it is there. So I mean, I'll still do it for the anime. The anime, I'll still do live reactions / reviews, but for the manga, probably not. Not for the manga though. For the anime, hell yeah. Whenever a new season comes out, I will do it. And it actually gets more exciting that way. You know what I mean? So yeah, so there's that. So just to let you know, just to clarify that. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I'm doing now. That's pretty much where everything's going to my channel. 2019 is, okay, now let's just go to 2019, because I rambled on long enough. It's not going to be an extremely long video, but it's just, starting. So I just want to get you a good grasp of understanding. Understanding. God damn it. Oh God. You can tell this video is completely unscripted. Understanding on where I came from, on where I started, back in the heyday where I wasn't really that known as much. So just to clarify that. But yeah, that's pretty much where I started from then, and it's completely changed from where I am now. Not doing so much of Let's Plays anymore, sadly. Again, maybe one day, better PC, better everything, that I can do more of that. Not just that, I can just go further beyond with streams. YouTube, Twitch, I can do all that if I want to, but the problem is, I have to try to save up as much, or get an SD card that can somewhat cooperate with my Switch, and maybe do that with this PC. I don't know if that could work that way. I could try that, because I wish Switch would actually update to have a stream feature. That would be pretty cool, so I won't have to worry too much if I were to upload on YouTube. That would be pretty good, because Nintendo is pretty cool with that now. Back in the beginning of the decade, though, not that much, because, they had this whole thing where it's copyrighted to show most of their gameplay, and it's been a mess when it comes to YouTube and Nintendo. It's been a huge mess for the beginning of the decade. Now towards the middle and the ending point of this decade, they have changed. They finally know now that it's hey, you know what, this is actually pretty good for our revenue to get people to play the games even more. Let's just get rid of the stupid program and just let them upload without any fucking consequences. But except there's one thing, though, that is kind of annoying. It's the whole music thing. Now, with YouTube, they've been taking out certain music channels down, or a whole bunch of them that use, the Nintendo OST soundtracks. Yikes. Now, I don't know why. I'm guessing because, well, it's our property. I mean, I understand it's our property, and you want to do what you want to do to protect your IPs and your property. Fair enough. I'm not going to stop you there. But it's just I don't think it's going to fully work, because a whole bunch of them could just respawn again. It's like the manga sites, like I mentioned before. One site goes down, another one's going to go up. One goes down again, one's going to go up. I don't think any of that stuff is going to change, at least for a very, 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 very long time. Unless they somehow step up next decade, but who the fuck knows at this point in time. But that's what I got to say about that. But, alright. So yeah, but yeah, anyway, so hopefully that will be a big goal of mine, not just for just 2020 itself, but just the 2020's decade as a whole. So what else? What else? What else? But as a whole, 2019 was, you know, it was pretty great for the most part. I mean, there were, you know, some ups, there were some downs and stuff like that. You know, like we had some really awesome. Okay, I'll get to IRL. Maybe IRL first. IRL. Well, I'm officially in my 30s, so yay! Starting off in the new decade, I'll already be in my 30s. Still doing what I'm doing here when it's talking about all my favorite things that I love. And that's not going to change anytime soon. And I don't give a shit what people say about how old you are. Don't let them fucking say shit like that. Just don't. If you love something, you love something. You're passionate about it, you're passionate about it. I mean, shit, you got like Star Wars fans who are in their like fucking 50s for fuck's sakes. It doesn't really matter. Like, I'm still going to continue to drive. I'm still going to be an anime fan. I'm still going to be a manga fan, a video game fanatic, whatever. I don't give a fuck until like I'm like 60 or 70 years old. I really don't even care. Like, I could be like somewhat really old and like in a home somewhere. I don't fucking know. And I'll still be fans of this shit. Like, I really don't care. It's passion. You know, I'm one of the cool geeks. Like, I'm a really cool person, a geeky person as well, because I'm into a lot of geeky shit, as you can obviously tell. You can obviously tell that I am. But still, you know, that's just how I roll. That's how I am. Some people are really passionate about sports. I'm passionate about geeky shit. That's just how I roll. That's just how I am. And everybody else who don't agree can, I guess, just fuck off. But I wouldn't say fuck off, but, you know, it's your opinion. You know, it is what it is. You know, at the end of the day. But yeah, that's just pretty much me keeping it real. IRL, you know, they're not only that, but you know, nothing. Okay, well, actually, I do have a nephew now. I'm actually an uncle. Yes, I am actually an uncle. Just became, well, not just became. I was an uncle since February when my brother. You know what's funny too? My brother actually gave birth to no brother. Wow. Whoa. Hold on. Wait a minute. I mean, my brother's wife. Excuse. Oh God, my words. My brother's wife gave birth last year during the not last year, this year during the Super Bowl, and basically one of the most boringest Super Bowls of all time. And even my brother like said something on a post. I think it was on Facebook and Instagram saying like, you know, like I heard people weren't like too crazy for the Super Bowl this year, but hey, some more exciting news. My kid is born, so yay. So that was actually pretty funny. Like, that's kind of crazy being born on like the worst Super Bowl of all time, though. That's actually pretty crazy, though. But yeah, I mean, here we are. And then, you know, yeah, I mean, next year in February he will be already a year old. So there's that. You know, he's doing pretty good. He's eating the right kind of food. You know, just living the life as a baby. So it's fine. You know, just living the good life. Hopefully, you know, he keeps living happy and healthy. Same with my brother and his wife, pretty much. So, you know, there's stuff like that that's going on. Yeah. Well, my wife, though, on the other hand, I mean, I did go to, Florida, actually. I did go to, like, Universal Studios and stuff like that. That's, like, I think the only thing, like, I traveled to this year, which you already know from, I didn't make a video, did I? No, I didn't, no. I just posted, like, stuff on, like, Twitter and, like, my social media and whatnot. Like, I don't just really posted stuff of, like, places I went to and whatnot. But yeah. But yeah, I mean, other than that, then, you know, finally what's going on, unfortunately, though, like, my wife's father, aka, you know, my father-in-law, hasn't been doing the greatest for, like, the past, like, 2-3 months. Had, like, some kind of, like, back tumor that was going on, and he, also caught an infection, which, that wasn't good at all. Had to be sent to the hospital about 1 month, which was like closer to Thanksgiving, or somewhere around like Thanksgiving, and then, you know, had to, you know, fight the infection, especially from like all the stuff he has to shrink down from the tumor that he had in his back and whatnot. He has to shrink from radiation, but I think that weakened his body with the infection and whatnot. So with that, you know, he's doing a lot more better now than he did before. Physical therapy is, you know, helping him after all his recovery. Hopefully for the best. I hope for pretty damn soon that, you know, I don't know about now, but maybe next month in January, things could hopefully finally be better. Which, you know, now that he's actually being like more responsive and whatnot, I mean, yeah, the pain is still there, obviously, but at least he's not like in worse conditions as he was before. So So yeah, so hopefully, pray for the best as well. So that's all I gotta say on that. Until then, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what was going on with me and IRL. But now let's talk about video games. So now let's just move on to the actual media stuff that we love. Video games. Video games, there were a ton of great games this year. Enjoyable ones. Definitely the biggest one that I enjoyed this year was Fire Emblem Three Houses. That was an amazing game. Like, yeah, the bond, it's not only just the experience of, like, the gameplay. It's the bonds you share, especially when it comes to the students, when it comes to training, when it comes to, just knowing all these different characters and whatnot. It's just pretty freaking awesome. And then when it comes to strategy and when it comes to, like, stuff you could do afterwards, I would say it's a better experience than most of them on the 3DS. Except for, what was it, what was it called? Not Fates. God, not Fates. No, Fates. Fates was. Awakening. That was what it was. Awakening. The very first 3DS game, Awakening, was pretty damn dope. Fates, though, not as much. I was kind of a little disappointed with Fates, though. Awakening, though, was pretty freaking, was dope as hell. Three Houses, though, was on a whole different level. When it comes to a decade of the Fire Emblem games of this decade, definitely Three Houses is a big fucking win. Another one that I really enjoyed this year, though, well, mainly it's stuff like on Switch I played. Another great one that I actually enjoyed was Link's Awakening, which I thought was actually really amazing as well. Loved the shit out of Link's Awakening. That was really great. What else? Luigi's Mansion 3. Definitely another top game that I've been waiting for the longest for the Switch as well. Very nice there. Have not gotten a chance to play Astral Chain yet. I still have to figure out eventually when I can play Astral Chain. I don't know if it's going to be directly a game for me. I kind of was excited for it, but not as excited as I used to be. Because there was just like way too much other shit, I guess, pretty much like getting in the way. So it makes sense. Kill F, if whatever you want to call it, it's pretty solid. Like, I enjoyed it for what it is. It's not the greatest, like, anime fighting game, but I enjoyed it for what it is. For 3D Arena, it's pretty solid, and it's not, like, laziness like they've been doing for past 3D Arenas, like, like with, what was it, Burning Blood, and what was the other one? Well, the My Hero game, the first game was pretty damn good, the, One's Justice, but the second one's gonna blow that one out of the water for sure, because the first one just seems more like an experiment, while I think this one is definitely going to be, it looks far more better. It looks a shit ton more improved. So, definitely, I would say, yeah, I'm going to wait for that one. Most definitely. I'm trying to think of what else. Oh, Mortal Kombat 11. Ooh, Mortal Kombat 11. Mortal Kombat 11 was, it's an awesome fighting game. Definitely really enjoy it. Yeah, really awesome fighting game. I didn't really play Samurai Shodown. However, good news. The Switch is getting that port. Well, right now, it's in Japan right now. But in America, we're getting it next month in January. Don't know about its physical or if it's digital. I don't know yet. Same with Storm 4. We're finally, thank God, it's about fucking time to get a port of Storm 4. So that's going to be pretty good. And of all the games, we're finally getting it. I thought we were never going to get Storm 4 for some reason. Just forget about it. But here we are. We're going to be getting it. Yeah. A lot of cool DLCs for Smash Ultimate. Joker's amazing. Love him as one of my other main characters. The hero from Dragon's Quest, I don't know. I'm not too crazy for him. But I just got him anyway because I just want to get all the characters, just because I want to try him out. He's pretty cool. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much movesets he has, and hopefully they can kind of somewhat nerf him, but it is what it is there. Banjo-Kazooie, love Banjo-Kazooie team up, definitely. Love Banjo-Kazooie. I was so thrilled from the E3. I wish I could have did a reaction to that, man. Unfortunately, that kind of sucks, I think, because I was, in Florida or Universal by that time. I definitely couldn't do it, shit. Yeah, and then Terry Bogard, definitely another top favorite main of mine. Love Terry Bogard. I used to play a lot of SNK fighting games, so that's fine, because, it's SNK, I enjoy SNK. I remember back in the day with Fatal Fury and whatnot. I never had a Neo Geo. I was so pissed. I was jealous because other kids or not really friends, but kids I knew had. They were so fortunate to get a fucking Neo Geo, and I never did. But, you know, still, I play in the arcades, though. I did play in the arcades when we used to have an arcade area around, like, my area way back in the 90s, but that's fine, though. But yeah, so yeah, Terry Bogard. I'm hoping to see what the last DLC is going to be for the season, because you know there's going to be more DLCs coming out, because Sakurai even did say it. Oh yeah, for our Blaze Blue Cross Tag, yeah, there were some pretty cool selections for Blaze Blue Cross Tag. Neapolitan, definitely, finally more Ruby reps. Hopefully, maybe more in the future, due to, you know, possible audio leaks. But yeah, Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle's pretty fun again now, thanks to the new update and new characters. So that's something there. Crash Team Racing was actually a pretty fun racing game. It's still a fun racer. I need to go back to that sometime again, because it has been quite a while since I played it. Granted, the microtransactions are back, but it's optional if you want to do it, even though I think it's kind of stupid to do it, but in-game currency was just doing just as good, so, you know, why fucking change it now? Yeah. Team Sonic Racing was kind of alright. That game was just kind of okay. It wasn't boring, but it was alright. Easily just passed that one, though. Other than that, though, I think that's really all I played. But those are, like, mostly the games that I really was, like, the most hyped for and I really enjoyed. Anime. Let's talk about that, and then I'm probably going to wrap things up. And I guess some movies, too. I'll tie in some movies. I don't think I saw, like, a shit ton of movies like I did, I would say, like, last year, I would say. But I would say, like, one of my top ones that I enjoyed. And then we'll wrap it up from there. Anime, Golden Wind, JoJo's obviously been my favorite. Ruby Volume 7, so far, what we got in Volume 7 has been pretty... Oh my god, it's been so epic so far. I am definitely Volume 7, hands down, it's the best volume, like, produced, like, as of right now. As of right now, it is. Let's see. As of right now, yeah. So, Ruby, Volume 7, yeah. Attack on Titan Season 3 was pretty wild. The second half was absolutely incredible. Cannot wait for the final season. And even speaking of, they just announced a date of when the manga is going to be ending. So, yeah, this definitely confirms that Attack on Titan is going to be done, like, quite soon. That's pretty crazy. Only on its 4th fucking season. That's insane. Jesus. Fairy Tail I did enjoy. Like, the final season I did enjoy. Unless they're gonna maybe not completely end it. Maybe they'll do the whole 300,000 where the fuck quest thing. I heard there's some manga of that, so who knows if that's a thing. But we'll see on that. What else? The One Piece anime has been fire. This year. The end of Whole Cake and then Wano, except for Reverie. Only thing that had a bad taste in my mouth was Reverie. They kind of fucked up with the pacing. And some of the stuff with the flashbacks. They kind of fucked up with it. But if you're watching it in one sitting, it's fine. Watching it every week, though, was painful. Oh, my God. The pacing. Oh. It went back to its usual molasses pacing with that. But luckily, Wano has been pretty fire. They've been adding some in-canon filler, which that's pretty fine. Especially in the last episode with Luffy versus Kaido round 1. That shit was epic. So... that was great. I have not watched Fire Force yet. I heard it's been pretty good. I don't know if it's going to be an anime for me. Like, I gotta learn more about the concept of it. Maybe I'll like it. It's the same creators as Soul Eater, but I haven't really checked it out yet. Seven Deadly Sins Season 3, it's solid. I'm enjoying it. It's still an enjoyable anime. Granted, the editing choices are just kind of fucking stupid, but Blu-rays and Netflix are fixing that. But it's weird because blood does get added right now in the recent episodes, which is pretty fucking weird, but again, it's weird, stupid editing at its finest, so I don't know what's going on with Studio Dean. It's I don't even know. I'm still enjoying it. I still want to see the series to the end. I think this might be its final, or there's like one more season left. If there even is. If they even finish it, depends. God almighty. Yeah, Seven Deadly Sins, somewhat. One Punch Man Season 2 was pretty good. I enjoyed it. Not great, not fantastic, like Season 1. Obviously, Season 1 still holds up. It really does. Season 2, on the other hand, it was good. Wasn't great, but it was entertaining at best, though. The other heroes, getting to know the other heroes was pretty fascinating. I enjoy that. Like, I mean, it wasn't bad, but I still enjoyed it. I still thought it was pretty cool. Maybe not the greatest season, but it could have been better, could have been worse. That's all I really gotta say about it at the end of the day. Nah, that's pretty much all I gotta say about it. So, there's that. However, in the last episode, god damn, that was hype as fuck though. I will admit that. Holy fucking shit. Wow. And then, yeah, granted, there was the other episode, the third episode, where we got more of Garo, so that was a really amazing episode too. So they have some gems with that. My Hero Academia so far, from what we got from season 4, is pretty damn good, pretty damn great, good plus to great. Now it's finally starting to become a lot more fire now, as we are getting to the actual end, the conclusion to the overhaul arc, because I believe there's only 2 episodes or 3 more episodes left. I think somewhere around there, and I think the overall arc is going to end the anime. So I'm really excited for the finale today, especially, like Midoriya fighting Overhaul at the really end. There's also like a little preview thing they showed for like the upcoming episodes, and holy shit, I cannot fucking wait, man. That shit's going to be epic. Mr. Charles Barkley, Overhaul Slam Jam Jr., you already know the drill. You already know what it is. Exactly, respect that shit. Okay, so there's that. I think, if I'm not forgetting anything, the time I got reincarnated as a slime. Love it, man. Hamaru is, or Imaru, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to say it, because it's a he or she now. He, she. Not trans, but it's just an it. Slime. No gender, actually. There is no gender. What am I talking about? So, yeah, it. I love the series. I love the concept to it. It's really awesome. It really is. Like, I actually think it is a high quality piece of art. Definitely cannot wait for season 2. Ace Attorney season 2 anime was actually really good. I hope they do make another one for like the other games as well. I really hope, because it's such a fantastic series as a game, as a visual novel. So hopefully it can continue with that. Other than that, I think that's pretty much about it. Maybe some movies I can mention here and there. Detective Pikachu. Hell yeah, absolutely love that movie. Great stuff. Dragon Ball Super Broly, definitely really enjoyed that as well. What else? Toy Story 4 was pretty solid. I mean, I don't think there would... Okay, it wasn't not necessary to really make a 4 movie. But, hey, here we are. It was enjoyable, it was. It, Chapter 2, of course. How could you go wrong? The Society Boys, obviously Joker. God tier film of the year. I don't give a fuck. God tier. Out of all the films, easy. Fucking Joker. Joker, definitely one of the most God tier films of the goddamn decade. Joker, oh hell yeah. Of course. Hell yeah. Fucking course, man. Absolute legend. God damn, yeah. Definitely Joker for sure. Yeah, definitely. Definitely on my top tier list. Definitely on my top tier list. Yeah, but I think that's basically it, though. I can't really think of, like, anything else. Oh, Frozen 2. I did see that. That was pretty solid. It's pretty good. I don't think it's as amazing as, like, the first Frozen, but it had a really good story, so I will say that, though. It's still making them money, so what can you do? I doubt it'll be a third one, though, unless they really want to go the extra mile, but be my guess. I don't think I can think of anything else. I do not think so. Oh, I think, what was it? Us, I think? I think that was the movie. I think that's what it was called. I forget what the fuck it was. Maybe. Or, I could be wrong. I don't know. At least the ones I think of on the top of my head. I think that's all I can think of, really. Yeah, I think that's all I can think of. Until then, yeah, it's pretty much... Okay, so that's pretty much it. So, to wrap up, everything, this video went on long enough. Thank you all so much for all the amazing support, not just for this year, but also for this decade as well. For all of you who did stick with me, thank you very much. It's really been an honor. My bad for rambling on and on, but this is not just a year video thing, but it's also for the decade as well. Again, we had so much amazing moments from my channel, to anime, to manga, Toriko, because goddamn Toriko, man. I'm still going to miss Toriko greatness, man. I'm still going to miss Toriko, but, Life goes on, man. Life goes on. That was a journey of a lifetime, man. Fucking love Toriko. Fucking great. Toriko, definitely. Gonna miss Toriko, man. Bleach, I don't know when the fuck that anime is coming out, though. The ending could have been so much better, though. It really could have. But yeah, I miss Toriko greatness, man. That's what really got me into doing manga reviews and reactions, was definitely because thanks to Toriko. And with One Piece going on to a better, much more better arc. Until then, yeah, that is it. For reals. Thank you so much, everyone. Just thank you for all the support. And just, so far, this decade has been pretty good to me. You know, I made some choices that I'm good with. There's some that, you know, I wish I could, you know, done a lot better, you know, in my lifetime. But there may be some stuff that I do regret, and there's some stuff that I don't regret. So it's a mix, pretty much, of that. But overall, you know, it was fine. It was a fun, crazy, I guess you can say, because, you know, I left the country for the first time. Went to my brother's wedding in Jamaica. You know, I already did a whole vlog of that in 2016. Yeah, alright, like I said, you know, ups and downs, happily married. You know, there's other things I wish I could, you know, accomplish more in my life as, like, goals, but maybe that's what this new decade is going to be, you know, going on forward. And hopefully I can drive for that. So, thank you all so much for watching, also listening as well. Until then, though, that is pretty much about it. We say goodbye to 2019 for this video and this decade, and welcome to 2020 and the 2020s decade as well. Just a very happy and safe New Year celebration to everyone who is celebrating. Go nuts. Just be careful, though. Stay safe wherever you are. Just, you know, yeah, make smart decisions, I guess you could say. Make smart decisions. Just don't go too buck wild and stuff like that. I mean, I know it's like the last day of the year, but, you know, hey. But until then, yeah, that's it. So, end this decade and the year off, of course, with my usual. Be sure to rate the video, comment, subscribe, click that bell, join the squad, boys. Follow all my social media plugins and the gamer tags as well. And like I said, spread the word on my channel, The Ninja Reviewer. And yeah, just spread that all around. And yeah, keep on watching and keep on supporting. And who knows, lots of great things might actually come my way. And everybody else's way as well. Just to bring you all sorts of happiness to my entertainment. For your entertainment, I'm sorry. For me and for you. For everyone, really. Thank you. Thank you. And until then, signing off with the usual. Peace, soul, love, chicken grease, and the sky is the limit. And manga fans, keep supporting what you read and what you watch. And remember, video gamers, remember, no game is ever impossible. Yeah, that's my usual sayings, and that's it. So, yeah. Oh, don't forget, yeah, so, yeah. So, that's really it. So, ending it off right there. And, yeah, alright. So, peace out, goodbye, and Happy New Year.